We start with a brand new IRS shocker today. Reports out that the disgraced agency is about to pay out $70 million in bonuses to its employees. I know, it's scandalous, just piling on to the outrageous stories that we've been reporting one after another. Here now with reaction is Congressman John Mica, who's on the Oversight Committee for Government Reform as well. Welcome back to the show, Congressman.
Well, good to be with you and bad to hear this latest news on IRS.
It's $70 million. It's shocking. The IRS notified the employee union on March 25th that it intended to reclaim $75 million that had been set aside for bonuses. Then all of a sudden there's a renegotiation of some point, and now they're giving $70 million. Do you feel good about having saved $5 million?
Well, first of all, we're going to try to do everything we can to keep them from going through. Both the OMB, the Office of Management and Budget, had directed the agencies not to give these bonuses, particularly when we're furloughing people, when we're in the financial situation that we're in. And then you have an agency that's spun out of control, whether it's targeting political groups. Last week we did a hearing on spending outrageous sums on these conventions, speakers, gifts for their employees. And now they want to give $70 million, which is not warranted or really required under their labor contract.
Let's dig into that a little bit. Is it required? Because the IRS says that it is under a legal obligation to comply with its collective bargaining agreement, which specifies the terms by which awards are paid to bargaining unit employees. But at the same time, Chuck Grassley says that the fact that the original agreement allows for reappropriation of such award funding in the event of a budgetary shortfall. So which is it? Are they required by law or not?
First of all, we believe, Senator Grassley and I agree, that the terms of the agreement that they were working under allowed us to take the money back if there was a problem with finances. If we don't have a problem with finances, these folks must be on another planet. But they have been quietly negotiating behind closed doors, I think, to cut another deal with them and give them the money. But I'm telling you, this is causing a ruckus in Congress, and the American people can't be happy that an agency that's spun out of control, now they're going to reward folks with bonuses.
No, I'm sure people at home are asking, is the reason why they should not get the bonuses because we have financial problems in this country and the sequester and because people can't tour the White House, or is the reason they shouldn't get the bonuses because the IRS is doing a whole lot of things wrong right now?
Well, right now, we're debating just a few feet from here on the floor of the House. We're debating whether to cut nutritional programs for children and elderly in the country. And here they want to give, they're negotiating behind closed doors to give $70 million in bonuses to an agency that has been a poor performer at very best. So I think we're going to stay on this. We're not going to let it happen. And it's good that it came to light at this point so we can help stop it.
Conspiracy theorists are saying, that this is all part of a larger cover-up, that these employees were thrown under the bus and blamed for things that maybe came from higher up the food chain, and now this is hush money. How do you feel about those kind of accusations? I mean, it's a conspiracy theory, but it's out there.
Well, I honestly don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it. If you think it's bad this week, next Wednesday we're going to do a hearing on procurement gone wild in IRS, a contract that will shock the American people. So this week it's giving bonuses to poor performers, and last week it was IRS spending outrageous amounts of money for conferences. So the saga continues, unfortunately, for the American taxpayers.
It does, and of course before that it was the targeting of conservative groups and their tax-exempt status that keeps piling on. What are the chances that we see real reform here? Because the American people don't want you to get distracted by whatever the latest spending scandal is and not get real reform that changes the way business is being done at the IRS.
Well, sometimes out of bad comes some good, because it certainly has sparked interest in IRS and maybe some true reform. I know Chairman Dave Camp of the Ways and Means Committee is now getting support for looking at a complete revamping. And many other countries have gone to much simpler systems rather than adding pages and pages in the tax law to simplify. Go to a fair tax, go to a tax that doesn't require this 90,000 employees we currently have, and then adding 10 to 15,000 more for Obamacare enforcers.
It's crazy. Congressman, thank you for coming on.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
Coming up on Money, the large